Hello everyone, my name is Lisa Spirit and welcome to my YouTube channel, the channel where I talk about personal growth and development, about spirituality, numerology, and where I do monthly tarot forecasts and advice. So if you're interested in all of this, don't forget to click that subscribe button so you don't miss my next video. What are we going to talk today about? We are going to talk about journaling and the power of journaling for our own self-discovery. I'm a huge journaling advocate. I journal a lot and I'm more of old school style, so I use all my notebooks. I have a lot of them for different purposes. One for my self-reflection, another one for goals, another one for my clients and for my work. So today in this video we will talk in general about the journaling, the power of it, and why I encourage everyone to journal. And in my next video, so that's why turn on all the notifications and subscribe, because we will do it live together with you. We will journal and I will share different practical techniques how to journal, how you can use this powerful tool. Okay, so journaling, it is more than just putting all your thoughts down on paper. It's often a conversation with yourself. We have a lot of thoughts in our mind. And sometimes we become so overwhelmed. We have a feeling of anxiety. We feel overwhelmed about things which are going in our life. It's just because sometimes we just need to put it out. We need to organize our brain as well. We cannot keep everything inside of us. We cannot keep all the tasks we have to do during the day, especially if you have a full-time job, if you have your home family to take care of the kids, plus you want to run a business on the side and you have to do different activities and things during the week. So our brain, and there's a high chance that we're going to miss something because our brain is structuring all of this. That's why I always encourage using the journaling techniques, and it was proved scientifically that when you actually take a physical notebook and a pen or pencil, whatever you want, and you write it down, there is a way better effect, and it helps way more for your self-discovery, for your self-reflections, for your brain when you put it out on paper rather than doing it digitally. I totally get the believe in digital world. I totally get sometimes it's just easier to put it down on your phone. But if we're talking about journaling for self-reflections, it is easier, especially if you're going through some hard times, if you are struggling reflecting, if you're struggling finding the answer, if you cannot keep things in one place. I highly encourage to do that on paper because, as I said before, it was scientifically proved that there are way more benefits from it, and it actually helps more and better than we are typing it all in our digital formats. Of course, sometimes I tried all the different techniques. I love journaling. I've been journaling my whole life for over a decade. Since I was at school, I always had my different journals, notebooks, and I love to come up with my different techniques, how to do that. I would draw my own lines, creating my different tables, and I tried all the different formats. I tried digital formats, I tried different apps, a lot of them. I tried different softwares on desktops, I tried on my phone, just notes on my phone, and I always came back to using the physical journaling because it is more effective for me. So maybe if you've been struggling with consistency, maybe you've been struggling with doing it on a regular basis, maybe just the format you picked is not working well for you. So give it a try. Maybe you've been doing it all by hand and writing in your journal, in the physical journal, and it's just not the way which is working better for you. Maybe it's just not your style. So give it a try. Use different apps, use electronic digital versions. Maybe that's gonna help. But maybe it's the other way around for you. Maybe you've been always doing it online on your desktop. I know many different companies in the workplace. If you have a full-time job, we use a lot of different tools. We use Asana, we use Trello, we used, like Microsoft to-do lists. Many places they use different ones, or mind maps as well, right? But something can work differently for you. Like if the regular to-do list is not working for you, maybe creating a mind map works better for you. So I encourage you to experiment. If something did not work out for you, if it's not working out, if it's hard for you to keep it consistent, try different places, try different styles, try different formats and experiment with that so you will find your favorite one. But if we talk about journaling, the first purpose, the first reason, and the first thing I encourage everyone to use it for is for your personal self-reflection and for your awareness. When we express our feelings and emotions through journaling, when we write it all down, when we document all our thoughts, we document all our feelings and emotions, it helps to boost our self-awareness about what is happening in my life. It can help us to understand our reactions, our motivations, different patterns of our behaviors, and I do it daily. So at the end of the day, we're talking about self-reflection and awareness. At the end of the day, I have a short set of questions I ask myself and I reflect on the day. I'm analyzing my day. How was it? And I ask myself about 5 questions every day. Those questions are, and you can write them down so you can start doing this self-reflection for yourself as well. So the first thing I ask myself, what good have I done for other people today? The second question, what good have I done for myself? The third question is, what good things I could have done for other people, but I didn't do it. Maybe you had a chance to help somebody on the street, but you just walked by. Maybe you had a chance to open a door for somebody because you saw that they're struggling, but you just passed by. So you can see and you can reflect on it, on why you didn't help the person. What happened? Why you just passed by? And the fourth question is, what good could have done for yourself and you didn't do today, and why? And did I hurt anybody? Did I hurt anybody's feelings today? Did I have any negative thoughts, emotions, or feelings or reactions today? Did I have any arguments? Did I have any conflicts? And I analyze them. I also write them down and I see. And the last one, so probably 6 questions. And the last would be about reflection for the next day. So how can I change all of this tomorrow? How can I improve it? How can I avoid the same mistakes I did today? And by doing this daily, you start being more aware of certain behavior traits. As I said, certain patterns, maybe the way you react, it's exactly the same from day to day. I didn't notice many things in my life. I didn't notice many reactions until I actually started writing them down and started journaling. And I started noticing, like, today I was frustrated. Yesterday I was frustrated. The day before I was frustrated. So I try to analyze, okay, why there's this feeling of frustration inside of me every single day? What caused these reactions? And how can I change it? How can I improve it? And how can I be aware of all of them? So it's also about observing yourself and putting it all down. So that's the first thing. How journaling can help us is to self-reflect and to be aware of all our feelings, all our emotions, all our reactions. Maybe we're getting frustrated with the same person every single day. Maybe how people talk, we get the same reaction, but from a different people. And now you can see it because you wrote it all down. So you have a list of things. So after a week of doing it consistently, you will start noticing that, okay, I see that there are some places and things for improvement for sure. So that's why, like, the second thing why journaling can benefit us in our self-discovery journey, because it helps us to unveil all of those emotions and it helps the healing process as well. Because we see how we can learn, we see what we can develop. It's a place for growth, it's a place for improvement. So we acknowledge, okay, like, this didn't work out. I keep on making the same mistakes. I keep on getting the conflicts because of my behavior, because of the same reactions I've been getting every single day. But you can ask yourself, why do I have this reaction? Why am I getting frustrated or anxious and feel anxious about certain reaction? So that's why we acknowledge, we process, we release all of those emotions by putting them and writing them down on paper. And that's why it helps our emotional resilience and it helps our well-being as well. As I said, when we write it down, it helps us to put all of those negative emotions and feelings out. Like, don't keep them inside of you. We'll let them go. And writing them on paper physically can help to let it all go way better than you just type it digitally, okay? It's also our body, right? And our physical center of our body. Our body has different centers. It's our physical center of our body that we put it all out, and our body releases all of those negative feelings and emotions. The third point, how journaling helps our self-discovering, is to set up intentions and to set up our goals. So I have one practice I do at the evening, every single evening. It's about self-reflection and about self-awareness. And in the mornings, I do and set up my intentions for the day. I set up my goals as well. So how do I want to spend this day? In what state do I want to spend this day? What is my mood? What is my intention for this day? What are my goals? So again, putting it all down, you kind of see the clear picture where you're going, what are you doing, what are the things you have to do. So you don't keep it all inside of you and you don't feel overwhelmed or anxious, because why this feeling is coming? Because it's disorganized. We cannot, especially if you have a lot of small tasks you have to do. Of course, we will remember the major tasks. We will remember the major things or deadlines we have to do. Sometimes we may forget about them as well. But what about little things? And little things, they do matter. Because when we don't do the little things, they start accumulating. It's kind of a huge snowball with lots of other small things we could have done, but we didn't do it. And probably completing this task would only take 1 minute or maximum 5 minutes. And by doing that, we're just gonna help ourselves. If we're gonna help our brain, and we're gonna help our emotional state as well. So that's why at the beginning of the day, I always recommend setting your intention for the day and writing down all your goals and tasks you have to do. As I said in my next video, we will do it together with you. We will write it down. I will put my camera down and I'll show you how I do it every single day. I also do it on Sundays. So I set intention for the week. I write down all my goals for the week. And then how do we do it daily? Doing it daily only takes 5 minutes. To set up my intention for the day takes 5 minutes. So 5 minutes in the morning, maybe evening takes a little bit more because you analyze the whole day, you analyze your behaviors, you kind of sometimes try to remember what happened during the day. So it may take like 15 minutes, so 20 minutes. And maybe if during the day you want to journal and write something down, like 30 minutes a day, it's going to make a huge difference. You're going to feel the difference. You will feel better. You will feel less overwhelmed. You will feel like, okay, I'm growing, I'm developing, because sometimes that's what stops us from growing, stops us from self-discovery and connecting with our inner self and getting all this clarity in life. And journaling and writing it all down and planning and setting up the goals helps us to understand, okay, what's going on. Like sometimes why we feel frustrated and anxious, we lack of clarity. And writing it all down helps us to get this clarity. So that's why another point, number 4, is for tracking. It's to track our growth and also for gratitude. So we can track and look back, as I said before, we can look and see, okay, how we've been growing, how we've been changing, like how I was at the beginning, the months of the week, and what happened during the end of the week. You can write down all your gratitudes. What are you grateful for today? I do the gratitude practice every day. I personally don't write it down. I have my separate gratitude practice. If you're interested in this, if you're interested in learning more about it, I've been doing it for 2 years consistently every single day before I go to bed. I cannot go to bed without doing this gratitude practice, and I came up with it by myself. So if you're interested in my technique for a gratitude practice, leave a comment below. I'll share it more in my next video. But today we focus on journaling, and if you want, you can write it down and try to see the positive things in your life, the lessons you learned, how you can be grateful for all the lessons, all the situations, whatever you see is happening in your life. Even through the hardest times, you can see, okay, yes, some negative things happened today, but there are some positive things as well. There are some things I can be grateful for today. So that's why the art of journaling, I call it art because it's very artistic process to do all of this, and it's like how you can write it and how you can do it and how you can structure it. It's in your own way, and as I said, everyone has their own format, their own technique and styles, but I always encourage everyone, every single person, to journal. I know how it can help. I know how I can feel when I don't journal. I know how it feels the difference when sometimes when I'm feeling down or when I'm super tired, when I'm so exhausted, I may not write and do the journaling. By the end of the day, I'll still do my gratitude practice. Even if I'm super tired and exhausted, my gratitude practice is still there, but I may not journal. And I see how it stops me. I see how it pulls me back. I see how it pulls back and stops my personal growth, how it stops my self-discovery journey. Because again, how am I supposed to grow if I don't see the areas for the growth? If I don't see the problems, if I don't see where I'm struggling, if I don't acknowledge that I have this problem, that I struggle with that. So that's what journaling helps us. It highlights the areas for our growth. It highlights your problems, your struggles, but you gotta be honest with yourself. That's why we write everything down, even the negative feelings, especially the negative ones. What we feel, what we experience, we put it all down. So that's why, please write everything down. Get your journals ready. Let's wait for my next video, which is coming in a week from now. And we will journal together. Let me know how you feel about journaling. If you love journaling, if you're doing it for ages, share in the comments below what format works best for you. Do you prefer digital or do you prefer writing it all down physically? And if you don't journal, why? Why you don't journal? What are your main struggles? What are you struggling with? And by you writing all of those comments and all your struggles, it's going to help me to find the solutions for you. So thank you everyone for watching. Have a lovely week, rest of your week, and have a good one.